to Nosebleed Seats. I am the Mad Conservative Crime Fighter. We're back at Proving Ground Pro to check out more action from Jacksonville. Entering the ring is one Arik Cannon. Still smarting from the title that he thought he won, but got yanked out of his hands by the promoter. Oh, look, he's got a mic.
And tonight I am bringing to you my best talent, straight from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. A town that is nothing like Jacksonville. They have beautiful, pristine lakes. So do we. Hey, listen, you need to watch your mouth. You want him up in your grill, you want a pit bull on you?
Town, come on.
And the people of Milwaukee sure as hell know how to wrestle and drink quality beer like the PBR superstar, Arik Cannon. So right now, you can sit back, relax, and watch as Arik Cannon puts on a wrestling clinic in this ring.
Man, not a loss for words.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, introducing his opponent from Sweetgrass, Montana, Ruff Crossing.
Ronaldo Piven kind of reminds me of some other jerk from St. Louis that thankfully doesn't have a microphone anymore. Here comes the opposition, a man known as Ruff Crossing. I thought he wrestled for the old Powerhouse Wrestling Incorporated, but not quite how I remembered him. Ruff Crossing up from the Great White North. Let's talk about Milwaukee and make a yearly trip up there every year for a gaming convention, and I have been able to sample some of the talent from the Milwaukee, Wisconsin area. First time I've seen him down in Central Illinois in quite a number of years, so we'll see how it goes here tonight. And Arik Cannon gonna jump him before the bell even rings. There's a right to the eyes from Arik Cannon. And Arik Cannon with a boot choke in the corner. And Piven gets a cheap shot in. My goodness. Ruff Crossing's been at it since 2004, so wrestles for POW in Chicago areas. One of the places that he is a regular at. Of course, Arik Cannon has been all over the Midwest. Been a major part of Wrestling Society X. Shot to the head from one Arik Cannon. Arik Cannon, of course, saw a couple of weeks ago that won a championship by countout and ended up being overturned by the promoter. The match restarted. And then Tadarius Thomas got the 1-2-3 on Arik Cannon as Ruff Crossing coming back. Slams Arik Cannon, has him in a fireman's carry. Airplane spin. And Ruff Crossing dizzies himself.
Go.
Now there's a cover. One. Nope. Count.
Shut up.
Kevin really annoying as heck. My goodness. Ruff Crossing continuing to pound away the head of one Arik Cannon. Well, and he's gonna 10-punch him again in the corner. Pounding continues. Oh, and he yanks him in a corner, face first. Arik Cannon in control and chokes Ruff Crossing in a corner with his boot. And Ronaldo Piven, more cheap shots, interference. Gosh, somebody stick a gag in that guy's mouth. Guy called Jacksonville, Illinois, Jacksonville, Florida. Well, this is no winner if he can't figure out. This isn't Florida. I can't help him. And a drop kick to the back of the head from Arik Cannon. And a cover 1, 2 count. And Arik Cannon choked with the leg on Ruff Crossing. As he continues to use illegal tactics as Ronaldo Piven continues to shoot his mouth off at ringside.
Piven sucks! Piven sucks! Piven sucks! Piven sucks! Piven sucks!
Ruff Crossing coming back. Oh, knee to the gut. Area wrestling shows this weekend. There's really just Pinfall Wrestling Association in Springfield, Illinois at the Springfield JC's on 12th Street. If you're down in Southern Illinois, you can check out Pro Wrestling Collision in Carbondale, Illinois. It will be another TV taping down there. Now there's been some interesting splitting going on down in the Southern Illinois and Missouri area. AIWF, United, or the Allied Independent Wrestling Federations had a split, and they created the United Independent Wrestling Affiliates Organization, which they've signed up IWA Productions as part of that crew. Oh, look at this clothesline missed. Ruff Crossing. Cannon in a neck breaker. There's another group called APWA, run by the former Mo of Men on a Mission, running in Kennett, Missouri on the 23rd. St. Louis wrestling community been covering the changes that have been going on with, I guess, 3 groups trying to become the next NWA. And Ruff Crossing off the ropes with a knee lift on Arik Cannon. Whip to the corner. Another whip to the corner. And Ruff Crossing just sending Arik Cannon back and forth across the ring. And a belly-to-belly slam. And Ruff Crossing with the cover. 1, 2. Oh, a kick out. Kick out at 2, and that usually puts somebody away. Ruff Crossing gonna have to go to plan B as Rolando Piven paces at ringside, and he's on the apron. He's on the apron and shoves him off the top rope. And how did the referee not see that? You gotta be kidding!
Really? 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 Really?
How the referee didn't see that, I don't know, but certainly not going to win the Referee of the Year award, I can tell you that much. That was cheap, cheap, cheap. Rolando Piven, one responsible for Arik Cannon winning, not Arik Cannon. That's for darn sure. Arrogant little jerk. Arrogant little jerk. Bouncing around in that ring. We're going to have tag team action after the break to crown the PGP Tag Team Champions. And we'll cut away for a moment. Catch the Nosebleed Seats TV on demand anytime. Just go to stlwc.lip.tv. Select your episode, watch and enjoy the show. The MBS TV on stlwc.lip.tv.
Quite encouraging.
All right, tag team main event, and we had a bit of a problem before we started rolling video here. Here we are, tag team action. This is for the crowning of the first Proving Ground Pro Tag Team Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have been asked to announce that due to technical difficulties, the medal is not here tonight and will be presented at a later date.
Technical difficulties? I mean technical difficulties. Whatever.
That is absurd. Technical difficulties. I mean, this is a new promotion, so obviously they haven't acquired the tag team belts yet. I mean, I know they've awarded out the main title, but not tag titles. Oh boy, okay. Let me make light of the situation before we that went on before this match. See Bobby Houston and Dan Lawrence versus Zero Gravity. Earlier in the evening, some chatter between them and a fan went on, and the fan tried to get in the ring. Fan tried to enter the ring, I guess to get in their faces or whatever.
Dance the man!
Security was nowhere to be found. I actually had to run over and be in position to maybe intervene. Plus document any video evidence needed for legal action if necessary. But somehow the situation was diffused. He went back to his seat. However, before this match began, Dan Lawrence and Bobby Houston were taunting that very same fan, and a crowd of people had to gather in front of him to keep him from trying to, I guess, engage the wrestlers. I don't know if he's a special needs guy or what, but clearly he took things way too seriously. So that was a problem that we had to deal with before this particular matchup here. There's not too many wrestling events going on this weekend, of course, as we mentioned earlier. It's PWA in Springfield. And if you're in Southern Illinois, Pro Wrestling Collision in Carbondale, of course, IWA Unlimited runs every week and weekend, Wednesdays and Sundays at the Knights of Columbus Hall in Albany, Illinois. And that is your weekend schedule. As Brett Kakia has Bobby Houston in an armbar. He's trying to do a kick up, but isn't quite doing it correctly. Well, now he got it. And Brett kicks him out of the ring. Zero Gravity is not strangers to either their two opponents. They usually, when they face them, usually as members of two different tag teams, Bobby Houston usually teams up with the Dixieland Destroyer up at Dreamwave Wrestling. Dan Lawrence, who is one half of the Dreamwave Tag Team Champions, teams up with Shane Hollister as one half of Members Only. Members Only barely holding on to the number 5 position in the NBS Tag 5 list. Hollister and Lawrence pretty much wrestle for Dreamwave as a team there. They have not gotten elsewhere in the Central Illinois region, which is probably why they're not getting as many votes as other tag teams on the list. It's Bobby Houston as an armbar on Brett Kakia. And a drop kick from Brett sends down Bobby Houston. One count. And there's the tag. CJ Esparza. Double Irish whip. Double drop kick, and Houston hits the floor. He tags in Dan Lawrence, one half of the Dreamwave Tag Team Champions, who comes off the ropes and gets a shot to the gut. Now Zero Gravity would wish that Shane Hollister was here tonight. They got a point through the Members Only and want to regain the tag team titles as Bobby Houston is on the top rope, gets startled and crutches himself, and Dan Lawrence gets tripped up face first. The crown jewels of Bobby Houston. There's a drop kick, and the business just got the business. Oh, here we go! Double suicide dives! Oh my gosh, that band's right next to me. I hope security is around this guy. Whoa! Dan Lawrence gets out of the way, and Brett gets nothing out of there. Darn it. Jumps into an empty pool, and Dan Lawrence back in the ring. He's got CJ Esparza. Oh, CJ gets away. Brett Getting tangled up with Bobby Houston and gets yanked off the apron. Tried to avoid him and tag CJ, but was not successful. Make it know, Bobby Houston went to college here in Jacksonville, Illinois for Illinois College. One thing that I have in common with Bobby Houston is we both graduated from Illinois College. We are both Blue Boys. Blue Boy alma mater. And Dan Lawrence driving that boot into the groin of CJ Esparza as Bobby Houston gets a cheap shot from the outside.
Hey!
I think this is Mortal Kombat or something. There's a tag, and Bobby Houston with a stump to the gut of CJ Esparza. Bobby Houston, a New West original, does not get down to the Central Illinois or Central Illinois region very often. For a simple reason, it's a 3-hour drive. Bobby Houston is the promoter of Funky Monkey Wrestling up in the Sterling, Dixon area, just slightly north of I-80 in northern Illinois. Bobby Houston trained a number of wrestlers that you see wrestle in Central Illinois, including Tyler Briegel, Bucky Collins, Judd Janner, and a few others. As Dan Lawrence has CJ Esparza tied up. Frankie Kidd trying to come in, and Dan Lawrence has a hand where he's using Bobby Houston for leverage. 2 count by Dan Lawrence. We plan to have Bobby Houston, an episode with Bobby Houston, an interview that we conducted with him as part of the 10 most influential wrestlers or personalities in Central Illinois wrestling in a future edition of the program. Taped it a number of weeks ago, but have not had the chance to edit it as we have been preparing for the 6th Annual MBS Awards, and be sure to hit area shows. There won't be any awards given out this weekend since I will be on vacation. As illegalities are going on with Houston, Lawrence against CJ Esparza. 6th Annual MBS Awards will be given out. He gave away a few of them. Gave away a few of them last weekend. Of course, cannot tell you what awards have been given out. You have to check CentralIllinoisProWrestling.com as the taping of this episode of the MBS was done before the MBS Awards were decided. Updates on who wins the 6th Annual MBS Awards will be posted on CentralIllinoisProWrestling.com as another cheap shot by Dan Lawrence. And CJ gets the boot up. And CJ Tornado DDT off the back of Dan Lawrence. And Brett Gakia waiting for the tag. CJ Esparza trying to get away. Oh, it tricked him. Caused him to duck and he broke free. And Brett nails Dan Lawrence, but gets an elbow from Bobby Houston. Oh, karate kick. And Brett, standing enziguri, takes down Houston. Nonchalant cover. Brett! Springboard, moonsault, 2! Dan Lawrence in, he's not the legal man. Brett Lawrence, a clothesline. Fans are calling Dan Lawrence Fabio. CJ Esparza with a short arm. Houston with a spine buster. Well, and he is a legal man, and here comes Brett flying in with a leg drop to break it up. Referee has lost control of this match. Brendan Tull, involved in that controversial decision with the franchise title. Lawrence sends Brett into the ropes. Reversal. Jawbreaker from Brett. Houston with the boot to the head. Lawrence. Backcracker. Form of a backcracker. 1, 2, 2. And Lawrence. Well, Lawrence is not even a legal man. It's Bobby Houston and Brett Kakia are the legal men. There's no tag. And CJ trips up Dan Lawrence. Now there's a tag to CJ. Now they're setting him up. Lung blower from the corner. Double stomp from Brett. And the referee trying to enforce the legal man. Houston in. Turns over a small package. But Houston... Oh, 2 count. Dan Lawrence is not a legal man. The referee should be forcing Bobby Houston back into the ring and shooing Dan Lawrence out. CJ with the trip up in the corner. Double kicks to the head. And Houston is down. Referee has lost track of who the legal men were. Oh, look at this. Brett. Toss moonsault onto Houston. CJ on the top rope. Shooting star. Elbow drop. And that is it. Zero Gravity Tag Team Champions in Central Illinois once again.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Streamers are flying in, and Zero Gravity become the first tag team champions of PGP. As they wait to find out if they will be the tag team of the year for Central Illinois or somebody else. We're out of time. We'll see you next week.